beautiful humans. Welcome to episode 337 of Good Luck High Five.
That's right. You're listening to a podcast that's for you. If you play Magic the Gathering, whether you're sitting at home jamming some Arena or you headed out to your local game store this past weekend for your Core Set 2020 pre-release.
I'm one of your hosts, Maria.
I'm another one of your hosts, Megan.
And on today's show, like Megan said, we're going to talk about the M20 pre-release and our first impressions of this brand new Magic format.
We're going to talk about how much I got my butt kicked by elementals over the weekend trying to play some Standard.
Yeah, new decks and Standard are shaking up the format.
I'm over here just trying to mind my own business, and Omnath is messing me up.
Its grabby little hand is getting on in there.
I hate that grabby little hand.
So do I.
Which is, it's Arena. We're talking about its Arena
animation.
Animation. Is it like it's a little flame hand that comes up and grabs the creature?
It's so rude.
It's so rude.
And speaking of Arena, a bunch of new animations with the new set.
Yes.
Which is what I'm personally excited about. Yeah.
Classic Maria.
It's pretty cool. And yeah, we're going to talk about that stuff. And we're going to have a very special guest on the show.
Oh, we're very excited.
Magic VonExpert is back.
Yes, Magic VonExpert, who has been on the show twice before.
Yes.
And you know, he has some really awesome stuff to tell us about. It is top secret. You would not have heard about it up until now.
No, breaking news.
It is. Yeah, it is very, very exciting.
All we want to tell you is you do not want to miss the segment.
No, absolutely
because
not.
It's amazing.
It really is.
And you specifically want to watch the video version of our podcast.
Please do.
Because the images that he's going to use are not to be missed.
Very important.
Very important to his points. Yes, let's put it that way. But before we dive into the show, an enormous thank you to everyone who supports us and keeps the show alive and happening. And something that exists in this world is everyone who supports the show on patreon.com/GLHF Magic.
That's right. And not only are you keeping the show alive and coming into your earwaves, you will also get access to stuff like our really awesome Discord channel.
It's great.
Where people post so many pictures of their pets. It's adorable and amazing.
It just revives your faith in humanity going into that Discord.
If you want to talk about any Magic format, there are people on there talking about Modern, people talking about Standard, how to get better at Draft. It's great.
If you have a life question, they'll help you out.
Yes,
honestly.
It's true. You can ask life questions. We even have a board game section.
Yeah.
If you're a fan of our board game reviewer, Nicholas. Or just board game reviews in general.
Yeah. By the way, our board game channel is so awesome. If you love Magic, chances are you like board games. And not to toot our own horn, but toot frickin' toot, because we review the best games out there.
Freaking toot.
And we just reviewed a great one this Monday called Space Park.
Yes, which Maria keeps calling Space Prank.
Space Prank, Space Park, Spark Park, whatever. You know, it's some kind of name like that.
Spork Pork.
Spork Pork. You can
yeah,
that'd be a great game. You can check it out on youtube.com/GLHF board games. And it's a really fun, really beautiful art. It's like an 80s futuristic arcade, and you go around and try and collect experience points. Anyway, it's super fun.
Playthrough.
Yeah, we do a playthrough. So Megan and I sit down with Nicholas and actually play the game, which will help you learn it if you want to learn it, and then teach your friends.
It's great.
Yeah. So all of that is included in your Patreon subscription. We don't have a separate Patreon for the board game stuff.
No.
So all of our stuff that we make is included under that banner. So it really means a lot to us to help support all of our content, and it'll make you feel great too, supporting creators that you love.
Yeah. Thank you also to our sponsor, Card Kingdom, cardkingdom.com/GLHF. You can say good luck, have token in your order.
Yes.
And you can get a sick double-sided Maria and Meghan token.
Are you feeling more Maria today? You feel more Meghan today. You can flip it right on over.
That's right. And that's in addition to the fact that they just have the fastest shipping of anywhere and tons of awesome products.
Yeah, they've got a great section. If you have a favorite color in Magic, you can go in and get a pin that's really beautiful, enamel pin that's like representing your favorite color of the color pie. You can get a mug with some art of that color. You can find some cool decks that are beginner decks you can use to help your friends learn the game that are based around that color.
You know, the cool. Magic survey is open right now on Daily MTG, and there's a section where it's like, what are your two favorite colors? And it's like first choice, second choice, and they let you answer the same for both of them, I discovered. You can just say blue and then blue again.
I think, is that what you did?
Oh, obviously.
What do you think I chose?
Ooh, great question. Wow, you're so color flexible.
That is accurate. And when sometimes I surprise myself with my answers in there.
Okay, I think that your first answer was black and your second answer was green.
Well, you're right on my second answer. It was green.
Okay.
My first answer was white.
Oh.
And this actually, I think, fits because when we made Planeswalker versions of each other, I
Yeah.
was a Naya.
That's right.
So, which I think is probably as close as we're going to get.
I feel pretty good about getting green correct.
Yeah.
I could feel it.
You knew.
Yeah.
You knew.
I knew it.
But you can take that quiz. You can, it's not a quiz, survey on Daily MTG.
Yeah.
We'll also put a link in the show notes and let Magic just know like what sets you want to head back to, what content you like, what colors you like. And yeah. you can help Magic become better.
Blue and blue.
Let's talk about Magic Core Set 2020.
That's right. So I played some sealed online over the weekend, and you went to a pre-release.
That's not true, though.
That's not true? Never mind. I lied. I lied big time. Never mind.
What happened is we couldn't.
Call me Meghan. Big time liar.
There weren't enough people there.
No. This is awkward.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, so this actually is something that I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
About Magic Core Set 2020. I also played on Arena, so I
Yeah.
have some basis of things I'm going to say. My opinions don't come out of my butt. They come out of my head and my butt. But this is the... Brian David Marshall, Pro Tour historian and wonderful human being, tweeted this weekend, hey, he went to a pre-release. He's like, should we still be calling these pre-releases? Because they're not pre-releases anymore, right?
Yeah, it's out on Arena beforehand.
It's been on Arena for 3 to 4
3
days. 3 days before the pre-release happened. So a lot of people already have jammed a bunch of Arena games and know how to play with the cards, know what cards might be better than other cards. And so, like, yes, it's the first time you can play it in paper, but it's not really a pre-release anymore.
Do you know what? This is my gut reaction. It's going to be a hot take.
Let's hear it.
It should not be on Arena earlier than it is in a pre-release.
Yeah, I mean, I agree, actually.
Yeah.
I think that he said his idea was, why don't we just make this a tournament, right?
Yeah.
This is a new tournament. Let people play with the cards for the first time in their commander decks or whatever and give prizes. And I can't fault him for this reason. It's just not a pre-release anymore. I still love going to these events, but I already know what I should be doing. At least a little bit because I played a bunch online.
Yeah.
Or have, be able to draft it or whatever at every store. So yeah, I think that we just need to either move the pre-release back, stop putting it on Arena early, or something, because it's kind of sad. Like,
I agree.
It's just not the same.
I want to support my local store.
Exactly.
That's the most important part to me.
Yes.
It's the time that I go out to my local store, I play, I get to see everybody in my community, I have a good time. And that to me is just so important. It's an important part of it.
And notwithstanding, like, the fact that we're all in the same boat when we get there. And I don't have an advantage over people who have not played the set already. Like, they only show up to play paper events, which for them, yes, it is a true pre-release.
Exactly.
But it's not for me.
Legit. And it should be, everyone should be on equal footing. That's what the pre-release is about.
Exactly.
It's about experiencing the set together for the first time.
Yeah. So I don't know what needs to be done.
Make the pre-release a pre-release again.
That's essentially what we're saying here. Yeah, and it was tough because it was July 4th weekend, all right? So a lot of people were in town. Also, it's a core set, which isn't as popular as a new set or whatever. But still, it's very disappointing. And
I feel like it made sense back when Arena was still way, way newer, and it was like trying to get people over there. But now it's just like, no.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Most people,
most people who are going to play Arena are already on it.
Yeah.
So...
I don't know. Figure it out, please.
Agree.
Because I want this. I want the old excitement that I had going to a pre-release when it was a true pre-release.
Yes. And you know what? And here's the honest truth: is because I can't. There was a section of time where I couldn't make pre-releases because I always had a school event on literally that same weekend.
Yeah.
You remember this period of time. I missed a bunch of them in a row and I was super bummed, but at the same time I realized I get it. Sometimes there are people who are like, I can't make it to the pre-release. That really sucks. And it's but okay, this one time you're not gonna be able to make it, and then you can play it online a couple of days later.
Then I think that's where Arena steps in.
Exactly.
And that becomes the pre-release.
And it's okay, on Monday, on Monday you can hop on Arena and you can play it then, and you're not waiting a whole bunch of extra time. You're waiting just a couple of days, and that's worth it to get people out and supporting the community in the game store.
Yeah.
So
I agree. So I think Arena's offered us a whole new world in a bunch of ways, and we're just adjusting to that in in a bunch of ways too.
Yeah.
And this is a thing I personally feel should be adjusted.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's actually talk about.
Let's talk about it, because
M20.
you and I
Yeah.
have differences of opinion.
We do. We found this out when Meghan just said something before we started rolling.
So going into this weekend, we have been kind of looking at this core set and being like, oh, this looks more exciting than M19 was.
Yeah, for sure.
Last year.
100%.
And do you know what? And I was excited to play it. And do you know what? I'll admit, playing sealed, I was kind of bored.
I got to ask you this follow-up question.
Okay.
How many seals did you play?
Just one.
Okay.
Because I wasn't, after the first one, I wasn't interested in playing it anymore.
Was your pool no good, do you think? Or was it average?
It was very average.
What colors were you?
I played blue-white flyers. I'm trying to remember what rares that I had. My rares were like
whatever.
Not outstanding.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Like I think I had, in those colors that I chose, I had two to three playable rares.
Sure.
Nothing that was like a big time bomb. And yeah, I just kind of went with a classic blue-white flyers strategy.
Classic.
Which was solid and not outstanding. And all of the games just were like, well, this is very straightforward Magic.
Wow, this is so fun. The reason we have a difference of opinion is I have a complete opposite experience of this.
Oh, wow. Okay. Tell me about it.
Okay, so I went up to my family's cabin for the 4th of July, and at a certain point, before we hit critical mass of people who are going up to this lake and jam the cell towers, there's a window of time when your internet will work.
Yeah.
And so I was stealing internet onto my computer through somebody else's phone who had a different service provider that had a little bit more access to the tower than I did. And I sat down, I was like, oh my God, I can play Arena for this couple hours of the night when I arrived. And I was so ecstatic, because what's better than sitting on a porch playing Arena, like at a cabin, like almost nothing. And so I was just out of this world happy, and I opened a great pool, which was blue-red with the Teenage Chandra.
Yeah.
Was helping me out. And we had some of those tempo flyers, the 2/2 hasty flyer, and this kind of stuff. And it was just a good tempo strategy, which is another strategy that I really like in Magic. So this was in my wheelhouse. And I free rolled that into another sealed, into another sealed, into another sealed, into another sealed.
Hot dang.
That's 5 in a row, which maybe this is one of the reasons I liked it so much, because I was like, I'm winning.
Yeah.
Whee! And I can't stop playing. And then the internet went out and I was done. But that was quite a few in a row.
Yeah.
And I was also avoiding my family. So sorry. I was playing so much Arena. But no, I had a great time. The reason I think I liked it is because I thought the bombs are pretty good. Like, there's a control magic on a stick, but it has cost 7 mana. That was one of my rares in my first tournament, first sealed. But I didn't think they were too good. The Cavaliers, the cycle, those cards are great.
Yeah.
I still don't think they're too good.
Yeah.
In a game, I defeated 2 planeswalkers from my opponent. That can only be done if I think the situation is okay. And I mean, that's a big Chandra I'm talking about.
And I guess I'm not talking about, I don't think that the format is
unbalanced.
Bad. No, I don't think that it's unbalanced. I think it's boring.
I think it's so much more interesting than M19 though.
I think it's the same. I think that they are both core sets, and they are both just right, like nothing. And you know what? It's fine. I'm also fine with the fact that it's kind of what I expect of a core set.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with it. I know that like really exciting sets that come around are for more experienced players. Exactly. And they're not core sets. I appreciate that these are sets that are very easy to turn people onto, to be like, hey, start playing the game with this. Go to this pre-release, or play some sealed with this core set. And it's going to be a great like jumping off point.
Yeah.
I don't need it to be for me.
No. I don't know. I just didn't have I just wasn't bored playing it. I don't know what happened.
Fair enough.
I can't explain it, because I definitely was bored playing M19.
Yeah.
That's for sure. When the flashback drafts happen and stuff, I'm like, just like, oh gosh, this is no good. So I don't know what's happening.
I do think that the draft, I've done one draft of it so far, and that was slightly more interesting.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But it was still not like, and it's, like I said, like I think that I won enough gems and packs I could have just run back another sealed. And I just was like, I'm going to go play standard.
Wow.
Yeah. Right?
That's kind of incredible.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think if I want to say anything about strategy, about stuff so far. But sealed is kind of like a mixed bag.
I think that flyers are classic
Classic
core set.
flyers are great.
Exactly. And that's a returning theme for core sets. I think is that you just come down to like, yeah, really
the classic
good
themes
strategy.
are strong.
Yeah.
This is going to sound like a no-brainer what I'm about to say, but I think at every point in every game when I was like, I have inevitability and I'm going to win, and if I want to achieve inevitability, all I have to do is through card advantage. If I can, in the game of M20, these sealed games, have more cards than my opponent and rob them of resources in their hand, then that was how I generally felt like I was going to win.
Yeah.
And when it was the other way around, I didn't win.
Yeah.
So whatever that means to you.
Drawing cards is good.
Making sure you have a lot of cards, value towning them out
Yeah.
with just good blocks, making sure you survive to the late game or whatever it is. That's when I found that I was winning. Which is like, duh, first of all. But it's not that strategy is not always the case in every set.
It is something that takes you back to fundamentals.
For sure.
Right? Of like, oh, if you have a 2-2 and they have a 2-2, don't trade them if you're about to play a 3-3.
Yeah.
Because then you're just going to be able to freely block that 2-2.
But
and stuff like that.
Speaking of heading into standard, let's talk a little bit about new standard because it's the Wild West once again.
Holy
Get on your horse and cowboy up.
So like I said, I just swapped over to playing standard. And since I don't have a lot of rare wild cards right now, I was just like, I'll just play something that I have. And what I landed on of all of the different decks that I have from like this past 6 months of format was I ended up playing my Esper Super Friends deck.
Great deck.
I love it. It's a great deck.
Little Teferi, big Teferi.
Exactly. It was having the most success by far of all of the different things that I cycled myself through.
I mean, the old decks are still good.
Yeah, exactly. And that one was one I think that had kind of fallen off, but I managed to do all right with it. But Maria, we know what we're not talking about.
That's right.
We haven't said it yet, but those elementals.
The big baddie in the room, elementals.
That's right. I played against so many elementals decks. Risen Reef.
Risen Reef.
What a card. It is a must kill. You have to get rid of it.
And it's so funny because it doesn't look like that on its surface.
No, it's a 1/1 for 1 green blue. And when Risen Reef or another elemental you control enters the battlefield, you look at the top card of your library. If it's a land, you put it into play. And if it's not, you put it into your hand.
You just draw
no matter what, you get that card. That's what is so mind-boggling to me.
Yeah. It's just super good.
It's better than draw a card because if it's a land, it goes into play.
Yeah. And this in elemental synergies, sometimes like already this thing is an elemental.
Yes.
So then you're just doubling down on your Omnath nonsense.
Exactly. Or times when they had the teenage Chandra, 1 red.
Yeah.
And her second 0 ability says you get 2/1/1 red elementals.
Get elementals.
And it triggers
Double
that Risen
trigger.
Reef twice.
Yeah, it does.
They're going to draw 2 cards off of your off of their Chandra activation. It's absurd. That deck, the first time I saw it, I was like,
this is
funny.
cute.
Like, yeah, cute. Someone's doing an Elementals tribal deck.
Yeah.
And then by like the third or fourth time that it was just
wait a second.
that it was just running me over, I was like, never mind.
This deck is the real deal.
This is real.
It is 100% real. It's 100% very good. And Risen Reef is the new hotness. It's everywhere.
Yep. And then Omnath comes in, can deal damage to anything.
Grabby hand.
Exactly. So it can deal it to another creature. If they need to get a creature out of the way, it can deal damage just to your opponent's face.
Yeah. And Teenage Chandra, not to gloss over her, she's really good.
She's a great card.
And people, I mean, she might not seem super great, but no, she is great.
She's so,
And there's not an
really
ideal
spectacular
version of this deck out there yet.
Not yet.
Nobody knows what the correct build is. So a bunch of different decks exist right now in the elemental space.
Yeah.
Some are all in on elementals, which are my personal favorite because, like, go big or go home, okay? I love a good theme deck, which will come up in a few minutes. But also people are building it into mass manipulation ramp decks.
Yes.
Or excuse me, not Teamer ramp.
And my favorite one,
yes,
which I'm going to talk about now, Omniscience combo.
Okay, what's this one?
So Omniscience is an enchantment that was reprinted in this core set.
Past.
And so let's see.
You've got to find the build of it. Oh,
yeah. Here we go.
Okay, so what does this thing
Okay. So Omniscience.
it
Oh wait,
costs
never mind.
infinite.
It was in M19.
M19.
7 blue for an enchantment. You may cast spells from your hand without paying their mana costs.
Seems good.
Exactly, but 10 mana, right?
Yeah.
But then this uses Flood of Tears.
Okay.
Which is the new sorcery for 4 blue. That says return all non-land permanents to their owner's hands.
Oh.
If you return 4 or more permanents you control to your hand this way, you can put a permanent into play.
Okay, so this is...
So you cast that, you bounce at least 4 things of yours back to your hand, and you put Omniscience into play, and then you just, with all of the, like, because these decks play like 4 Risen Reef, Leafkin Druids, all of these different things that make elementals, they're just going to then draw the rest of their deck and combo you out. As soon as they have it online, you're done for.
I love it.
Yes.
This is so weird.
It is so good. It is so weird.
I really like it.
And this one, people are still all over with the correct build of this. So who knows?
But like, is Risen Reef even good in this?
Yes.
Because there's not a lot of elementals here.
Leafkin Druid is an elemental.
Which one is that?
That is the 1 in a green for an 0/2 defender that taps for green. If you have 4 more creatures, it taps for green.
Okay. That's what I thought it was, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Weird.
So that one is, and the one that we're looking at right now that went 5/0
from Pika Power on MTGO.
Is not the one that I played against. That one had slightly more elementals.
Okay.
So, but yeah, like it gets right. It ramps you so that you can cast Flood of Tears earlier. It draws you cards. Yeah, it's fine.
Classic. Oh, that's kind of neat. Well, I guess Risen Reef is the new Hydroid Krasis.
Yeah.
I've just put it in everything.
Yeah.
It's good enough, I guess.
Honestly. And do you know what? The one that I played against did have Hydroid Krasis against this
okay,
also.
so might just put them both in there.
Just,
Teamer power.
Go crazy with green and blue. And it has...
or not even Teamer.
So there's a new very good anti-blue card.
Oh, sure.
That the green deck's got. Which is it's a single, right? It's a single
green, and you draw a card if they've played a blue spell this turn.
With a blue, if I played blue or black, I want to say.
Blue or black, I think, yeah.
And then you and permanents you control gain hexproof.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Why is that good?
Well, you try and thought erasure them. You can't. You try and kill their creature. You can't.
Yes, get out of your thought erasure.
It's rough.
I'm done with you.
It's real rough.
Okay, that's kind of good.
Go. Anyways. Wow. Yeah, that deck I'm very excited to see where that deck goes.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
I have been playing a fun new deck as well.
Yeah, tell us about it.
So this deck is from a friend of the show, William Hugh Jensen, and he used it to rocket up to, I want to say he got 3rd in the Mythic ladder with this, and it's vampires!
Oh, Maria, you love your vamps.
I love my vamps, and I've played my vamps a lot, but they never have been tier 1, so I was always like, when will vampires have its day? Well, it might be right now, and we'll see if this deck is around for the long haul. Mm-hmm. But it's pretty cool, and it plays the new Sorin, Imperious Bloodlord. Mm-hmm. And this Sorin's pretty great because it has 2 pluses. Comes in for 3 mana. Yep. And you can plus it to either sacrifice one of your vamps and deal 3 to any target, gain 3 life as well.
Which is great.
Really good. And the fact that is a plus is kind of mind-boggling to me.
Same.
And you can also -3, or it comes in with 4 loyalty, so you're fine, to put a vampire from your hand onto the battlefield.
Yeah. I had someone use that to put a Vona into play.
Yeah, put Vona
on turn 3. You can put the 5 mana one, Champion of Dusk.
Yes. Which draws you cards based on the number of vampires you control, which is absurd because at that point you probably have at least 2 because it's a very aggressive deck and you're playing your 1-drops. Like you've just got the new one, Knight of the Ebon Legion, I want to say, is very strong, which you can, once they have lost 4 life on a turn, it gets a counter on it, and then it starts growing and it gets out of control. Or you've just played your normal cards that have been in vampires for basically forever. So yeah, I think this deck's really, really, really fun. Plays both Sorins, the version that I have, and it's just your average beatdown deck, but I guess it's not so average because the Sorin card really is very, very flexible.
Yeah.
And you start getting an engine if you're able to flip your Legion's Landing and sacrifice and do damage to stuff. And, just pump them all up. You've got your Vampire Lords in there. You've got your Vamps that are flying.
Yeah.
You've got all the Vamps you could ever need. And so if Huey can make it good, maybe I can make it some at good. That's all I have to say about that.
Well, I can't wait to talk about Standard more next week once we see where the format's going a little bit.
I know. I am
very excited to keep hitting that Standard ladder and see what's what.
So if you have a super cool deck that you've discovered in the Standard format, please tweet it at us at, what's our Twitter?
GLHF Magic.
That's it. I had a brain fart there. Tweet at us because I want to see what you've been playing and if having success with. Don't tweet your bad deck at me, okay? Come on.
You can tweet your bad deck at us.
Yeah, you can. That's totally fine. Because I played against some Goblins decks that looked bad. Didn't seem bad, actually.
Yeah.
Seemed pretty good. So, yeah, new world of Standard, and let us know what you think is good. Everybody, we have a very special treat for you on this show. Friend of the show and Magic expert, Magic VonExpert. The Magic expert is here again.
Welcome, Magic VonExpert.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad to be back on Good Luck High Five. I think this is my third time on the podcast, and it's just a treat.
Absolutely. We love having you here. In the past, you've talked to us about the upcoming set and you've had some preview cards.
Yes, that's right. I unfortunately don't have any preview cards today to show you.
It makes sense. The set just came out, but you're here to talk to us about something else completely different.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I work on a lot of creative endeavors over with Wizards of the Coast. So
yeah.
You have insider information.
Absolutely. Right. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm a connoisseur of Magic, which is one level higher than Doctorate. And,
yes.
I have a lot of inside knowledge because I work directly with the teams at Wizards of the Coast.
Yeah. I've heard that you've worked with literally every single person there.
That's right. Yeah. I actually use a Mind Palace to remember everyone's names.
Oh, that's incredible.
Wow.
Hey, what's my name? I just want to see the Mind Palace at work, everybody.
Dog jumping on a chair.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wow.
Maria, right?
Wow.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah, my Mind Palace is a McDonald's in Sedona.
That's incredible.
Oh, everyone has different ways of creating a Mind Palace.
Right, yeah. So if you want to check out a little bit more about Magic VonExpert, you can check me out at my blog, Magic's Von Vons. It's a play on words for my favorite treat, bonbons.
Yeah.
It's really clever.
Yeah.
So go ahead and check that out. I also have a Twitter account, Magic VonExpert. I got the whole thing.
Of course, no one else would dare take it from you.
Thank you.
Everyone knows you're highly litigious.
Yes. You would battle them for it.
Right, yes. I knew what that word meant, of course.
I know you did. I was letting everyone else know.
Right, for those who didn't.
know.
Yeah, of course.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So in the past, of course, you've brought us preview cards. You've given us insight into new sets coming out and new mechanics. This time, we've got a really special treat from you because, as you may know out there in listener land, Magic is going to have a new Netflix series that looks like it's starring Chandra, and we're all super excited.
We're all very excited.
Yeah.
But you've been working on that creatively, haven't you?
Yeah, yes, I have been working on that project.
Okay.
It's been really exciting just to see how many talented people really care about producing something for the fans, something that they're really going to be happy with.
A lot of people just don't care about the fans,
Right, yeah, they just want to make something for themselves. But no, this really stays true to what fans might want from a character like Chandra.
Ooh, can you give us a little preview of what we could expect on this TV show?
Well, what do you know so far?
Hardly anything.
Almost
it's animated.
nothing. Yeah.
It's going to be a series, and it looks like it's starring Chandra.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, so it is animated. We have a very talented team of animators, and it sort of goes into like more interpersonal drama between her and the people around her, all the
people around
Chandra.
Various people.
Right, the people she interacts with.
Yeah.
Not specifically, but just in general.
Right, yeah. I mean, each episode focuses on a different relationship, and it's sort of a flashback style. You see how they met, or an important day in their history.
Wow, that's really
cool.
that's impressive.
Yeah.
Okay.
We took a lot of inspiration from Orange is the New Black.
Oh, wow.
She in jail.
She's not in jail, but they flash back and they sort of see the story of each character.
Okay.
Orange is the New Black is the first show to ever include flashbacks.
Yeah,
that is
right.
accurate.
Yeah, well, I mean,
yeah, they were pioneers for many reasons.
They were.
Yeah,
They
Genji
were.
is a genius.
So, what else can you tell us?
Well, I don't want to spoil anything, but I suppose it is time to say that show that you've heard about is not the only show coming to Netflix this year from Wizards and their teams. That's right.
My goodness.
So excited.
What?
Yes, there's going to be even more Netflix series coming from the teams at Wizards, and you should be very excited about them. I actually have some
holy
teasers here today.
No way.
This is exclusive content. You're about to hear about other additional Netflix series that Wizards of the Coast is making.
And they're premiering this year.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
they've already done it.
Yes, they've been in post-production for a long time. I've had a lot of grueling nights doing social media
Yeah.
and promotions work
Yes.
for these because they're coming out so soon.
Yeah.
So excited.
Amazing. Well, let's take a look at some of them.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Okay, so here's the first one.
Yeah, so, I just want to get your impressions of them, so I'll have you read them.
Okay,
of course.
Great.
Yeah.
I'll kick things off here with this. Looks like a hit already. Chandra and Lily, spooky teen mystery.
Ooh, yeah. Chandra and Liliana are back with another spooky adventure. Can they solve the graveyard mystery before Chandra's family moves away?
Well, she has to move away.
Yeah, she has to move.
She has to move away at the end of the summer, right? So they only have until the end of the
yes.
summer. And so the graveyard is sort of a metaphor for their relationship and their friendship. Can it last?
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
beyond the
And it's so
very-
Even through a
interesting
move.
that Chandra and Liliana are the two protagonists in this show because you would assume it'd be Chandra and Nissa or something like
right,
that.
yeah. It's sort of like a,
Yin and
a fire
yang.
and ice, yin and yang
Yeah.
scenario. And
Nice.
yeah, can you believe that they're best friends?
No.
Yeah, no, absolutely
No,
not. I don't think
can't.
anyone can. And if you want to see the images for these, because
Yes.
we do have the preview
official
images, the
Netflix
Right,
official
yeah,
Netflix
directly from the
preview
Netflix
images.
executives.
You can watch it on YouTube with us.
Yeah, our YouTube channel is youtube.com/goodluckhighfive. And you're not going to want to miss these because Chandra and Liliana here are played by two teenagers in great 90s garb, I've got to
Yeah.
say.
Yeah, it's a
Chandra-
period piece, early
got
2000s.
The fire bucket hat you could buy at Hot Topic.
Right,
And
yeah.
Liliana has like purple troll doll hair.
The creative team really took a lot of
Yeah.
creative liberties,
Yeah.
but I still think it feels true to the
Oh,
character.
it absolutely
It
does.
really does.
Yeah, and
And
this
we can-
graveyard is very spooky.
And we can post these on the Twitter account as
Yeah,
well, right?
Absolutely.
For those listening
yes.
to the podcast to
yeah,
see.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Because
Right.
this looks like a hit. I'm going to watch it all. I'm going to binge this.
Well, I mean, this is actually
this
a movie.
Is a movie.
Oh.
Yeah, as you can see, it's an hour and 43 minutes.
Oh,
Creative-
okay.
yeah.
Wow. I can't
Yeah.
believe they hit that mark.
There's so
that
much
looks,
content.
This looks really good.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
excited
so
for that.
This is actually a sponsored show. This is our first
Oh, yeah.
sponsored
Okay,
content.
so our
it's announcing
next-
a new partnership for Wizards.
This one is War of the Barks.
Oh, I'm so excited for this
That's
because
BARQ''S.
Move Over Red Bull Barks is now sponsoring
That's right.
Magic.
Well, in
Wow.
addition to Red Bull, of course,
Oh,
they're
yeah,
not dropping
yeah.
that sponsor. That's been a tried and true.
A group of friends discover they can become planeswalkers, but only for an hour after they drink a crisp, refreshing Barks root beer. Wow.
That is
Yes.
amazing.
Right, can- like,
it's like
can
a
you-
new Gatewatch.
That's right. Exactly like that.
Yeah.
It's just like that. When you drink something as amazing and crisp and has such a bite to it, like the crisp, refreshing flavor of Barks root beer,
Yes.
Yeah.
you really feel special and powerful, like you might have found the spark inside yourself.
The Barks
And so-
inside yourself.
Yeah,
really.
Exactly, and that's sort of what we wanted to portray here.
Wow. I'm very excited. As a big fan of root beer,
Yes.
I can't wait to watch this one.
You know what? I love a good Barks, especially a good Barks root beer float, but I would not describe it as either crisp or refreshing, but just generally good.
I mean, that's directly from their promotions
Oh,
department.
okay.
It's the branding
Yeah,
that
that
they wanted
makes
us to
sense.
go with. But
is-
also, every time that they want to transform, they do have to say crisp and refreshing.
Barks.
They have to
Oh,
drink
well,
it
that
and
makes
say
sense.
crisp and refreshing.
Yeah, and then it
Oh,
happens.
yeah.
It's so amazing.
And it's
Yeah.
going to have lots of fun things happening because what happens when their hour runs out? Do they have another Barks in their pocket?
Right, yeah, it's like a Cinderella
Yeah.
situation.
Oh,
Do
can
they,
someone get stuck on a different plane?
right? And that,
with
that,
a Barks?
No spoilers, but that definitely happens.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
All
Thank you
right.
for the no spoilers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well, I'm
Right.
super excited for this. Is this a series then? Yeah. One
Yeah,
season.
this is one season, but I mean, I'm sure that they're going to leave it on a cliffhanger. I mean,
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
And for a special limited time at participating stores, you can buy special Barks root beer. That I mean, it won't actually give you the power of the spark, of
Well,
course, but it
yeah.
will have a special print, with some of the planeswalkers on there.
like around the can.
That's right. Yes. Yeah. Special print can.
So make sure you don't get your can wet, with with its own condensation before you peel that off
Yeah.
and hang it on your wall.
Very cool. Wow, our next couple, it looks like, are featuring the planeswalker that we all just saw. We thought he was taken down, but we're bringing him back.
Bringing him back.
Nicole Bolas.
Great.
Our very first one is Nicole Bowls.
As in the sport of bowling.
Yes.
Nicole Bowls.
Oh, great.
It says, this team is full of outcasts, but maybe they can win the tri-state tournament with the help of one of the oldest known beings in the multiverse.
And I want to point out that in the art of this, the team of outcasts is a bunch of kids.
Yes. Yeah, of course. It's like a Bad News Bears type show. Where like a Will Ferrell and kicking and screaming type scenario where he has to wrangle a bunch of bowling team kids who
Bolas
don't.
is the coach, or is he on the team?
No. He's the coach. In case it's not clear.
Amazing.
Yeah. So he's the coach, and he's sort of grizzled and old.
Yeah.
He's an elder dragon.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah,
And-
absolutely.
You're right, actually.
Right, and so he just has to sort of wrangle them and deal with their personal problems and
That's
figure out
what this is in.
the soul that's in each of them. They have a special talent. One of them uses their glasses to blind the other team when they're bowling, and weird stuff like that.
Of course, he's notoriously tricky, Nicole Bolas. So I'm assuming Nicole Bowls, he's going to use some of that trickery.
Yeah.
I want to know if he finds love in Nicole Bowls, like with the attendant who's giving the shoes out at the bowling.
Or like one of the moms.
The moms.
Yeah.
You'll have to tune in to find out.
He's been wanting to hatch that
This
headache
one
for
looks
so long.
kid appropriate. Yeah.
It does.
It is,
Yeah.
It's rated PG. In fact, almost all of the content from Wizards is rated PG. Almost anyone can watch it. You can watch it with your family. You can watch it with your Christian aunt. You can really watch it with anybody.
Okay, great.
Awesome.
So little I can watch with her.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's one option. Now, something very exciting, if I understand correctly, viewers of our show, listeners of our podcast, are going to get to vote on which one of these two shows featuring Nicole Bolas will actually move on to Netflix. The other will be and all of the footage will be destroyed.
That's right. Yeah, they will.
Yeah.
It will get burned in a ceremonial fire, and so you, the viewers of this podcast, are the ones who decide which of these shows gets to make it. So,
So
there'll be a Twitter poll that
There'll
you'll
be
post.
a Twitter poll.
Okay, great.
And by the end of the poll, we'll decide which one is going to get burned.
Yes.
And of course, we'll have footage of the burning that we'll post later.
Yeah, obviously.
So go ahead.
This one is Nicole Bolas. That's BOW space LASS. Nicole.
So all together.
Bowl.
Yeah,
Bolas.
Nicole Bolas.
Yeah.
He used to be the most powerful of the 7 elder dragons, but now he's been reincarnated as a teen archery whiz. Wow,
Yes!
what a life!
I already know what I'm voting for.
life.
This is like
Yeah,
sort of
same.
AU post fiction. It's
Yeah.
sort of a play at Nicole Bolas.
Yeah. So,
I mean, I can really see how he's going to bring his competitive spirit to archery.
for sure.
Right, and he's under attack by kid wizards, as you can see.
Yeah, as you can see in the art here, there are kid wizards who I assume are onto Nicole.
That's right.
They know that
she's
a reincarnated
dragon.
elder dragon.
That's right, because this is sort of like an alternate universe where what if he really was taken down? Right?
Yeah.
And so they're onto him, right? They know that he's
yeah.
been reincarnated as Nicole.
I was
Yeah.
really assuming that these two young wizards in the art here were the brothers of Nicole, who are just full of pranks.
Well,
No, they're
No.
maybe that's
they're
who we
following
think
her
they
and
are.
they're hunting her.
They're hunting her. Oh,
Wow.
okay. Wow.
She's using her archery skills to hunt
Yeah.
back.
Still PG, though. Still PG.
Yeah, of course. It's a show for kids. I mean,
Yeah.
Mild violence
yeah, just mild.
and mischief,
archery
as they
and-
sometimes
archery
say.
and-
Ooh, I love a good mischief.
Yeah.
This-
So again, if you want to see Nicole Bolas or if you want to see Nicole Bowls,
Yeah.
you should vote on the Twitter poll, and we're very excited to see which one gets chosen.
Yeah, absolutely.
This looks great. I'm gonna pull it out for Thanksgiving for sure for the whole fam.
Oh,
Wow.
If
yeah.
it wins. If it wins.
Exactly.
Right, yeah.
Hanging out after eating some turkey.
Yeah.
Watching Nicole Bola.
Bolas.
Yeah. So it seems like Maria is
Yeah.
Team Nicole
I am.
Bolas.
I'm also Team Nicole, I have to say.
Well, if you want to see Nicole Bowls, you better
better
vote
You
for
better-
it.
Ooh, this last one might be my actual favorite of the new series that are coming to Netflix.
Yeah, this
Yes.
one's a little bit different. It doesn't star
Yeah,
any
no.
reimagined planeswalkers.
This is reality TV,
This is, yes.
which
It's
is
a-
very exciting.
I've always been wanting Magic to get into the reality TV business, so this is a fantastic step for the company, in my
Yes.
opinion. So we're looking at this new show called Mythic Rare.
Yes.
And the description says, former Magic the Gathering Grand Prix finalists compete in an even more cutthroat competition to cook the perfect steak. amazing.
Great.
Right. Yeah.
Really
so
great.
Sign me up.
Yeah.
Some of them, have a little bit of experience cooking. Not every
Sure.
person in Magic doesn't know how to cook, but some of them are really just bumbling idiots, just fumbling around a kitchen.
Wow. Harsh.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to a kitchen, that's what they are. Obviously,
Right.
they won a Grand Prix.
yes.
So,
No. They were finalists
oh,
in a
you're right.
Grand
They were
Prix.
finalists. They didn't necessarily
No,
win.
I mean some of them are. I mean, there's a lot.
Some of them came in second.
I mean, there's only so we need a whole
Yes.
season's worth of episodes. So how many?
Yeah.
I mean, really, how many are
Who
there?
could you even pull?
Yeah. So I mean, I'm not going to give away anything, but who do you think might be appearing as a contestant or a judge on
You
this
know
show?
what? This is
Wow.
the one thing about this
Ooh.
show that I
Yeah.
think is so interesting. We didn't pick Pro Tour winners. We didn't pick Mythic champions.
No.
We picked Grand Prix, not even winners, but
Grand
finalists.
Prix finalists.
Which over the history of Magic are thousands upon thousands
Right,
of
it could be
people
anyone.
who
Yes.
nobody knows.
But of course, we chose some fan favorites.
Oh, you did?
Oh, I'm sure that we
Okay,
did.
Well, some of the most winningest Grand Prix players of all time.
Winningest?
I'm okay.
Yes.
Finalist.
Of all time.
Yes, of course. Yes.
Absolutely.
Martin Hughes is a name who jumps to mind, who's been a Grand Prix finalist a number of times, also
Yes.
a member of the Magic Pro League.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, good guess. Great guess.
I think that Brian David Marshall is going to be a judge.
Oh, for sure.
A
He's gonna be
noted food
judge.
connoisseur, magic historian.
100%.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
He-
We've been in contact.
Okay.
I bet.
Oh.
Absolutely.
And-
well, I, for one, cannot wait to see who has the skills to cook the perfect steak.
And what is exactly the perfect steak?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they're trying to achieve, not medium rare and not well done, but they're just trying to
Mythic
achieve
rare.
that mythic rare, the,
Yeah.
the perfect cooked steak.
cooked steak. You're right.
Well, I would fail on this show because I order my steak medium well. So
Oh, wow.
I would be right off.
You monster.
I was going to use a bad word there.
I'd be voted off the steak
This is why
island.
Maria is not appearing as a judge.
Yeah.
They actually contacted us, and Maria
did
said,
ask.
"I only
I can't.
eat medium well
Medium well,
steaks," and
so-
they said,
But I mean, you were very professional about it, so
Yeah.
no hard feelings, of course.
Okay, yeah, sure.
And
Yeah.
you signed the NDA, so that's why you couldn't talk about it until now.
That's right.
"Yeah." But we're very excited for this one.
Oh, and who's going to take home the trophy of all
Yeah.
the people we likely don't know who they
Yeah.
are?
Yeah, you really get a lot of people's personal stories.
Like this random guy who got fifth in a Grand Prix 10 years ago.
Yeah, absolutely.
It could be him.
It could be.
Wow. Congratulations to you and the producers of all of these shows.
Wow, thank you so much. Yeah, it's been
These
an
sound
absolute
great.
pleasure working with Netflix too. They let you have almost complete creative freedom when it comes to what you want to produce. We pitched them so many crazy ideas.
I'm sure.
And of course, only the best of the best got chosen to
Well,
be
Yeah, as we
produced.
can
As we can see.
Right, but
These
yeah,
examples.
we had all sorts of crazy ideas.
Yeah.
I just want to know one tidbit from one of these shows that you are the most excited for viewers to experience at home.
There's a really heartfelt moment in the teen spooky mystery movie
With Liliana and Chandra.
Yeah, right at the end of the summer. I don't want to spoil anything, but right at the end of the summer, there's just like a really heartfelt moment that feels so real and so physically part of the Magic canon that it seemed like
Yeah.
it had been with it for the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Between those two
Wow.
characters, just
Wow.
a parting of ways, but a joining of souls.
Amazing.
Really good.
I cannot wait to see.
either.
Yeah. I love me a good teen mystery and a heartfelt teen mystery at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm really excited for you to see
Yeah.
it. And before anyone starts blasting up my Twitter with
Yeah.
this, I
Yeah.
should really probably address
Yeah.
the big elephant in the room. Thank you so
Oh,
much
yeah.
for being. Thank you so much for being kind about it. But
Go for it.
It is
Yeah.
true that LL and I are no longer together.
I'm very sorry.
We're no longer getting married.
Yes.
So if
For people who weren't listening last time, I'm so sorry. I
Yeah,
just want to keep them up to date.
condolences.
Magic VonExpert and LL Cool J were engaged to be married.
Yeah, and that didn't happen.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. If any of you who were listening last time got us any a Nintendo Switch gift cards from our registry from PlayAsia,
Should I got you.
just please feel free to send them to me anyway. I need something to cheer me up. And anyway,
I got you to a waffle iron that makes a waffle in the shape of Mario. Do you want that?
yes, please.
Okay.
It'll be a great way.
Do you know what? Just know that in the meantime, you're obviously working on some really amazing creative
You are.
projects.
You
You're putting
are.
your heart into
You don't
that.
need LL.
That's right. I'm a strong man who don't need no LL.
That's
That's
right.
right.
100%.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
And your fans are behind you,
Yes, my fans are
Magic.
behind me. I've got a lot of nice fan mail letters with lipstick kissed on it.
Great.
The
Yeah.
classic reassuring
Yeah.
fan mail.
Absolutely.
Spritz with perfume.
Wax seals with family crests.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, amazing. So, well, thank you.
Those Harry
again.
Potter red letters that yell at you.
Oh,
A
yeah.
howler.
Howler, yes.
Yes.
I've gotten all sorts of great fan mail that's been really reassuring in these past trying months.
I'm so glad to hear it.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for coming on the show. Thank you so much for
absolutely,
sharing
yes.
with us.
Yes.
These
Of
are
course.
very exciting.
Yeah, I'm so glad
we're
you're excited.
super excited
I
to see
can't wait
them.
to see what the fans decide on the polls on Twitter. And if you want to check out more Magic VonExpert, please check out my blog, Magic's Von Vons. Again, that's my favorite treat.
Yeah.
And if you want to check out my Twitter, it's at Magic VonExpert.
Yes.
Well,
absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we couldn't be more excited for these Netflix shows. Ultra Pro is where the pros go who are in the know.
That's right. You can get tons of sweet gear from Ultra Pro, including deck boxes, sleeves, beautiful banners like this one behind us.
History
That is
Benalia.
the History of
okay?
Benalia art.
If you can't afford a great History Benalia tattoo, think about putting that up in your house. It's the next
Maria,
best thing.
do you want a History of Benalia
Yes,
tattoo?
I do. Ever since the guy on Twitter got one, I've just been jealous of it. It's so
Oh.
good.
There you go.
So good.
So if you're not that level of committed, you don't have to be. With Ultra Pro, you can get tons of sweet gear instead.
Yeah. So Ultra
can-
Pro
yeah.
has those beautiful new Japanese Planeswalker sleeves. I have them on my cards in Arena, so
Yeah.
have them in real life because they make them.
Yes.
They've got tons of great stuff. You can find their stuff online at cardkingdom.com/GLHF. Use our affiliate code so they know that you like us, and order some Ultra Pro stuff. Why don't you? Hey everybody, that's the end of our show. Thank you so much for hanging out with us this week. As with every week, we couldn't do it without you.
That's right. Well, technically, we could make the podcast
For nobody.
Why would we be doing
For
it?
nobody.
Why would we? So thank you. Because otherwise we probably wouldn't, or we'd be real sad.
It would be so sad.
It would be so sad.
And you know what? I want to say a special thank you to everybody who's listened to us from episode 1 this week.
Yeah.
I met somebody at GP Dallas Fort Worth who is an episode 1 listener.
Amazing.
And it's always cool to meet these people in real life.
Special shout out to everyone
Yeah.
who's been listening since the ye
early
old days.
Yeah, 6.5 years ago.
Oh boy.
Can you believe that? It's almost going
I
to be
can't.
we're coming up in 7.
That's right. It'll be ready to go to second grade in the fall.
Wow.
No,
Our show's going to
first
love
grade.
first grade so
It's gonna love
much.
first grade a lot.
But yeah, thank you to everybody who's been a supporter on patreon.com/GLHF, who supports
Yes.
our sponsors, Ultra Pro and Card Kingdom, who interacts with us on social media. We love all of you and super appreciate you supporting our show through all of these years.
Yeah.
You know?
Again, let us know those hot standard decks.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Send us pictures of your cats.
Yes.
That's a standing offer, please.
Yes. Always.